you're going to grow your business successfully. In the first business I worked in, we grew from 4 million revenue to 120 million revenue. I learned a lot of lessons there, and I took them to my next role, where we grew from 25 million to 170 million in 3.5 years. Now in this video, I'm going to share with you the lessons that I learned, and I'm going to talk to you about how you can apply those lessons in your business. Most businesses want to grow, but very few actually manage it, and very few manage to sustain that. Why is that? Well, here's the truth. Growth is difficult. And here's why. Now, I like to think about business as being a bit like a game of Jenga. If you want to grow your business, you don't have the cash to grow it until after you've grown. You're caught in a catch-22. So like the game of Jenga, the only way you grow your business is by taking resources from elsewhere in the business to power that growth. Now imagine the game of Jenga. You're taking the blocks from the bottom. The more you do that, the faster your tower grows, but the less stable it becomes. And that is why growth is difficult, and that is why it's so important to put in place firm foundations. The first business I worked for, NYSE, is where I learned the importance of putting strong foundations in place to support your growth. Those 4 foundations are purpose, aspiration, culture, and talent. But purpose first. Purpose is the vital ingredient and the most important of the foundations. Now, there's loads of evidence about purpose driving companies to better growth and better performance. But why? How does that work? How is purpose going to help you grow your business? Let me explain 3 reasons why purpose will power the growth of your business. Now, the first thing that purpose provides is clarity. Do you understand why your business exists? You understand who your customers are and how you're going to serve them. What difference you make in their lives. Purpose provides clarity to your customers so that they understand what you stand for, but it provides clarity for your internal team as well so that they understand what the business is there to achieve. The second thing that purpose provides is alignment. Now, I see so many businesses that are misaligned. Sales are fighting with marketing, operations are fighting with sales, finance, pretty much they're fighting with everybody. But in purpose-driven businesses, that purpose means that everybody is rowing in the same direction to achieve the same goals. And that is rocket fuel for performance. The third thing that purpose provides is engagement. It engages your people so that they're motivated to do their best work for you. But it also engages your customers so that they stay loyal, they buy into your business, and they tell other people about it. Purpose provides clarity, it creates alignment, and it engages your people and your customers. And that is rocket fuel for your performance and growth. Now, the second foundation you need to put in place is aspiration. Now, we all know from our lives how important it is to have goals to work towards. Whether you want to get fit, whether you want to buy a house, goals are super important, and the same is true in business. Now, Jim Collins, in the very famous book, Good to Great, talks about the importance of BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goals. Now, aspiration will drive your business forward, and when you combine that aspiration with your focus on purpose, that means a bigger impact on the lives of the customers that you serve. Now, the third foundation for your growth is culture. What is culture? Culture is our human superpower. It's culture that provides identity. It's culture that provides consistent language and thinking and behaviors. Now, when you have a strong culture in your organization, everybody is working to achieve the same goals, bonded by strong culture. Now, the fourth foundation you want to put in place is talent. I mean, it's obvious really. If you want to be successful, you've got to have great people. But it isn't just enough to have great people for today. You have to have people with the potential to grow with your business. Now, in that first business I worked for, NYSE, I joined in a frontline role and I progressed to being deputy CEO. And actually, it was the growth that enabled my talent to develop. So you want to get good people with the scope to grow with your business. That's one of the secrets to successful growth. So now you've got the foundations in place. Is your business going to grow? Well, the short answer is no. Strong foundations is not sufficient to grow your business. You also need to understand that there is a cycle to growth. Now, there's 5 stages to growing your business, and you need to have the right skills and experience within your business to manage those 5 stages. Now, the 5 stages of growth are strategy, winning business, implementing growth, fulfilling promises to your customers, and transitioning to the next level. Let me tell you a bit more about that. Now, growing your business starts with strategy. Strategy is about your plan. Where do you want to go and how are you going to get there? You have to understand your market. You have to understand your customers. You have to understand your competitors. What is your proposition? Why are your customers going to choose you over somebody else? Now, strategy is about how do you bring the resources in place to take advantage of the opportunities that are there. Once you've got your strategy in place, then you need to think about how are you going to actually win business. This is all about sales. This is about marketing. You need specialist skills to grow your business. It doesn't grow by itself. And I see so many businesses that have got great products and great services, and yet they're not growing. Why? Because they're not good at winning business. Now, the third stage of growth is implementing growth. Now, I see a lot of businesses that are good at strategy and they're great at winning business, but then they fail to maintain growth because they're not very good at implementing it. Implementing growth is all about your ability to forecast what the future demand is going to be. It's about your ability to grow your business, to grow your resources, your people, your infrastructure, in line with the increased demand that comes through. Now, there's a group of businesses, I call them OPUDs. They overpromise and underdeliver. They've got a great strategy. They're great at winning business, but they fall down because they don't really think about how they're going to implement that growth. And what that means is they fail to fulfill their promises to their customers. That's the fourth stage of growth. You have to keep a constant focus on the quality of your services and your products for your customers. People and companies sometimes can lose sight of that. But if you want to maintain growth, you've got to keep your customers with you. And that's why it's so important to never, ever lose sight of fulfilling your promises to your customers. The fifth stage of growth is what I call transitioning to the next level. In a fast growth scenario, you're having to constantly recreate your business. Now, a good way to think about this is a football team going through the leagues. When a team gets promoted from the Championship to the Premiership, they have to upgrade everything. They have to upgrade their ground, they have to upgrade their coaching staff, their facilities, even their talent. When you're growing your business really quickly, you have to do the same thing. Now, this is where lots of businesses fail because actually in a fast growth scenario, their systems, their processes, their talent are fit for the business they are today, not necessarily the business that they're going to be tomorrow. So if you want to grow your business successfully and sustainably, you need to think about how you constantly transition your business up to the next level. Growth won't happen without strong leadership. So what is the role of leaders in growth? Well, first of all, you need to put the foundations in place: purpose, aspiration, culture, and talent. Secondly, you need to bring in the right team to achieve your goals. Third, you need to be the custodian of the culture of the organization. Then, you need to ensure that you properly prioritize and balance where your focus is at any particular time. Sometimes you need to focus on turbocharging growth. Other times you need to consolidate and make sure that the growth doesn't overwhelm you. You need to focus on today, but at the same time, you need to be able to focus on the future. How is your market changing? And how does your company need to adapt? Now, that is a key skill of leadership. The last thing that you need to do is you need to inspire. You need to inspire your people. You need to inspire your customers. But as well as inspiring them, you have to challenge, because growth is difficult. But if you put in place the firm foundations, if you have the right skill sets to manage the different stages of growth, and if you are a strong leader, then you're going to grow your business successfully.